Hi guys, so does size matter? Well, in the case of this orc, yeah, definitely so, because obviously he's got a nice big whopping hammer to smash the Umi's heads in. So in the orc's case, yes, definitely bigger is better. But obviously that's not why we're here. I know we're going to talk about brushes in a moment. But yeah, let's first talk about the orc. And as we all know, I absolutely love orcs. And if I'm not getting them from Warhammer, then I'm downloading them from Mr. Modulorc. I'll leave a link down below, guys, to this obviously lovely figure here. And like I've said many times in the past, this is one of the main reasons I love being able to 3D print things, and that's the fact that you can scale things to whatever size you want. So this dude's, well, this rock hammer thingy is quite large, but we can obviously supersize it and double its size. Yeah, so bigger is better here, and yeah, I love 3D printers because you can make things, well, whatever size and look you want, which is just absolutely awesome. So this chap only took a few hours to print, and yeah, here he is. So he came out really well. Looks great. Yeah, a couple of bits of metal underneath. Reason for that, obviously his hammer is that heavy. Without the bits of metal there, he just tips over. Yeah, I may have gone too big, but who knows. But yeah, so he's got a couple of bits of metal to counterbalance his weight. And usual kind of thing, going to glue him down onto my little paint holder here, just to make things easier to paint. And so yeah, talking about painting, so brushes. In the past, I have always used the smallest brush I can get my hands on. Just because I always thought it'd be easier to do small detail work with a small brush. When in actual fact, yeah, it's not. It's no different from using a bigger brush. And if anything, you're better off using the biggest brush you can for whatever sort of paint job it is. Main reason for that, obviously it gets more paint on it. Yeah, obviously I think we know that one's no good. But yeah, going back to this, obviously it holds more paint, so you can get more done in one go. And the other thing is, obviously this holds paint throughout the whole of the bristles. Whereas these smaller ones, you can almost get too much paint on it. So rather than getting a thin amount, you're getting a big blob come out. And yeah, so in the past, I've always used the smaller ones. Whereas now, obviously like you guys watching lots of YouTube channels and other people painting, picking up different techniques, trying things out, yeah, using a bigger sort of brush is better. And the same can be said for dry brushing as well. Yeah, where possible, use a bigger brush, as you'll get a better result with it. And I found you get less brush marks with it, and less, well, unless you want to get brush marks. Because I must admit, when I do dry brush his sort of stone brick mallet thingy here, as I knew I was going to leave it, well, sort of dry brush with the white, I have kind of done it in streaky lines going from one direction to the other. Also, I've not really done it here, but if you try and do circular motions, again, you kind of get less sort of brush marks, which is pretty cool. And the other reason for doing a bigger brush is obviously you can't get in the nooks and crannies, so you find there's some nice darker areas which are kind of like shaded by, well, bits of his armor and other bits and pieces. So that's him all done and looking good. And now on to, well, good old slap chop painting, obviously. So yeah, as I say, I'm using like the biggest brush I've got, but as you can see, it's still relatively small. So I do need to go out and get some new brushes. But I say, in the past, I've always gone for like the smallest brush possible, thinking that's the best one to use, when it's actually not. Sometimes you can get, like say, you can get a thinner line with a bigger brush because you're not getting that big dollop of paint sort of on the end. So yeah, lessons learned, go for bigger ones, which always seems really weird to me, because you think, well, you want to do a small area, small brush, but no. Again, as always, it's all trial and error and what you're comfortable doing. As I say, I'm now getting a bit more confident in my painting, because obviously I'm enjoying it a whole lot more now. So yeah, I am going to get some sort of larger brushes, and yeah, see how I get on with them, really. So just to let you guys know, I've got a couple of fun kit bash videos coming up soon. Yeah, what I'm basically going to do is take a couple of different kits and, well, bash them together and see what I can come up with, really. So yeah, guys, if you've got any sort of fun ideas of what you may want to see me do, by all means, yeah, let me know in the comments. So I've got quite a few sort of boxes, a variety of different sort of kill teams. I've got some vehicles and, well, weird and wonderful creatures. So yeah, I'm going to have a good old bit of fun, some weird kit bashing, and just see what we make, really. So even by slap chop terms, this guy was really easy to paint because, well, there's not many colours in him, really. Most of it is obviously the copper sort of look, and then there's a little bit of green. As always, I've got a few of my favourite greens, But this is a new one I'm sort of trying out. I've not really used on orcs just because I wanted to go for, well, more of like a darker green, I guess. But yeah, I have got a good 3 or 4 different greens that I love trying out on all my lovely, well, my lovely green skins. Oh, I'm also working on a kill zone board, but this one's gonna be a bit different because I'm going to build it into a kind of case, just so I can fold it up, carry it around. As you guys know, that, well, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I'm always saying I'm lacking on space. So yeah, I'm gonna have a go at making a kill team board inside a, well, a nice carry case, which should be, yeah, should be cool, should be fun. Something to keep an eye out for. And I've also just printed off some more, well, some more orcs by Mr. Modular Orc as well. I just can't get enough of these little green skins. Yeah, guys, I highly recommend if you are into orcs, go check out Mr. Modular Orc, as that's pretty much all he does is orcs and, well, and the little guys, the little, was it Gretchens, Grots, whatever they're called, as well as doing some sort of tanks and bits and pieces. So yeah, go and check him out because, I say, awesome sculptor. As you can see by this dude, yeah, definition in the arms. That's the thing I love about orcs. They are always pretty muscular. A bit like me about 20 years ago. Anyway, enough of that waffle. Yeah, let's see this chap in, well, in all his glory. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it of some use. I say I am definitely going to be getting some larger paintbrushes, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so this orc's got a nice big hammer for smashing some umis in the head. And yeah, so I thought the brushes I had were reasonably large, but obviously you can get, well, you can get a whole variety of brushes really. But again, not that one because that's just useless. Although I might try and use that for maybe dry brushing. Who knows? It might work out really well. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased with how this little chap's come out. And yeah, I'm up for, well, for trying bigger brushes in the future, just to see how I get on with those. Okay, big shout out and thank you to my lovely patrons, as well as Chaos Cards and the Colour Forge for helping support the channel. There was a link down below, guys, to Chaos Cards and a discount code to get money off when you spend £30 or more on their miniatures. Okay, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys take care. See you in the next one. Bye for now.